Hey, it's Bitty Penny. I'm back. You guys, I just couldn't leave it hanging. I couldn't do it. I couldn't just leave you guys hanging like that. So this is part 2. There's a part 1 in a live stream. This is going to be part 2. I had to come back and finish this card with you guys. So here we are. I'm going to let some people jump back in. What? You're back? Yes. I cannot. I hate leaving things unfinished, you guys. I just couldn't leave y'all like that. I felt so bad. So I made my daughter's lunch. I got my daughter on the bus, and now I'm back with you. So let's finish this card together. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay, so we're going to do it right. Oh, I'm excited. I have this mint tape. Ooh, I just popped my back. Is it OCD? Is that OCD when you can't let things go? Oh, that might be OCD. I just feel bad. I feel like we were all so invested and, you know, um, I just couldn't let it, I couldn't disappoint you guys. Couldn't go out like that. I've never like not finished a project and we're not going to start today. That might be OCD. I don't know. I'm not going to worry about it. Ooh, it'd be so cute if she's sitting on the house. I didn't have her like that originally. So let's do this. There's still, here's the thing, there's still a lot to be done here. And it just didn't seem fair if I was going to do it all by myself. Y'all miss all of that. So hope y'all had a nice little break. Did you get some breakfast? Did you get some coffee? Some dinner? Diane probably thought she was getting to go to sleep. I mean, you can at any point, Diane. You and Miss Rhonda Lane and others. My dog's like, I don't know what's going on. What is she doing back in there? This is not normal. Okay. I think these are the only things I didn't have tacked down. There we go. Okay, so I kind of did this, like tacking this down with the mint tape because it's a tight squeeze getting all of this on the card front. And yes, I could have used cling wrap or whatever, but we're not going to do that. Look, I still have to color the fairy door. Like there's still a lot of work to be done here. So, all right. We're going to do it together. Okay. Wow, I didn't even really think that that was, I didn't know that was OCD when you can't just leave something undone. Makes sense. I don't think, I don't think I am a very like OCD person. I'm like perfectly fine leaving a lot of things undone. My family could attest to that, but this I could not leave undone. Okay, let's do the background. I have some ideas, you know I do. Okay, so I think what I want to do is I want a tree, but then I also want some sky, tree and sky. Oh, we're going to need this gold pin for that fairy door. This is probably terrible, but I don't pay a lot of attention to all that stuff. You saw the die cutting? Yeah, it was terrible. yeah, you saw that? That was terrible. Too bad I can't edit live videos, but it's good. Everybody, you know, we all go through these things. It's okay. So I'm going to dip back into the same color palette. I'm sticking to the same color palette, you guys. Add some blue. We're going to have some blue sky peeking in on the sides here. Okay. Blue skies. All right. We don't need a lot, but we needed a little. Then I do want a little bit of green. I'm going to do this blue green down here. And I'm going ahead, oh, I hate these brushes, and I'm blocking it out because once I get, so I have my blue sky and a little bit of my green grass out here. Once I get this blocked out, then I'm going to do tree everywhere else. So just kind of working it out. I'm going to look back over at my composition. I'm going to bring in a little bit of green. These brushes just don't work. Okay. I'm going to bring in a little bit of green up here too. Not too much, just a little dab will do. And then I'll bring down some of the sky over here. Okay, and I think the rest of this is all going to be tree, so we're going to do brown. Well, good, Maddie. Watercolor is my favorite. It's my favorite. It's the best. Glad you're inspired. Okay, so let's bring in the tree. I've got to get a different brush. You know, that went into file 13. I just can't take it. I cleaned out my water jar the other day. So y'all know I have a monthly maintenance. Well, now I have a weekly maintenance of cleaning out that jar. Let's use this. No. Sorry, just looking for what brush I want to use. This one's falling apart. My gosh, I feel like Goldilocks. Some are too big, some are too small. This one's probably not just right. We're going to use it anyways. Let's get it wet. I bet it's going to hold a lot of water and ink or watercolor. Oh yeah. Be able to make a lot of progress with this one. I want light in the card. I don't want it to get too dark because we have a lot of elements to add in. I'm going to save some of the, do some dark down here though. I'm going to work around. This is not the right brush. This is a Goldilocks kind of day. This is not the right brush. It's too wild. It's too chunky. Let me use my Dina Wakley. I love Dina Wakley's brushes, y'all. If you want a good, just kind of mixed media brush, I love Dina's brushes. That other one was shedding. Okay. Working in some brown here. It's not going to look pretty at this stage, and that's okay. It really doesn't need to. For one, we're putting a whole bunch of stuff in front of it. Or on top of it, I should say. I know. I have so many watercolor palettes too. Maddie, I get it. I get it. I fell in love with watercolor through card making. It wasn't a medium that I ever used before that. I always used acrylic paint or gouache. And then when I started card making, I really fell in love with watercolor. Okay, it looks rough, right? Well, trees are rough, so it's okay. And we have a whole bunch of ephemera that's going right on top of it. I do want to dry it a little bit because I want to add in some lines. I still have embossing folders all over my floor from the first live. Hey, Sala. This is part 2. There was a part 1 this morning and I couldn't finish my card. So I just spontaneously came back to finish it with everyone. So now we get to catch you. That's wonderful. Hope you're doing well. So good seeing you in Mindless Crafting yesterday. I was talking about that in the first video. It's always so good to see Tracy and Bill and all the friends. Oh, thanks, Maddie. Night, night, Diane. If I sang you a lullaby, you would have a nightmare, my dear. I am not a singer. I'm a paper crafter. Yeah, you would shriek. Oh, they're wonderful, Diane. They're just really, really wonderful. Tracy and Bill. Okay, let's scoop up our ephemera. Very gently slide and scoop. Yeah, something like that. Then this is going to go down here. And haven't forgotten about these guys. All these little pieces are also going to be down here on the ground. Okay. I like it. It's given me what I wanted. Now, I knew I wasn't done with it, but I wanted to make sure I was done with the watercolor part. And I am done with the watercolor part. So now it's time for me to do the kind of the detail work I wanted to do. I'm going to use this marker, this gold marker for some of the detail work. And I'm going to use a micron. I hope this one works. I think it's on its way out the door. Yeah, this is the one that's it's almost done. So I might even just use a regular old pen because it's all I can find. I love zebra pens. Okay. So now let's add detail. Gently, everybody, places, places. Okay. I think this hit and miss pen will be real nice. It'll be real nice for this background. That's an Uncle Eddie impression. Okay, I'm gonna go this way for the branches. Oh yeah, I like this. It's kind of perfect that this pen is actually, oh gosh, on its way out. I hit my composition over here. It's kind of working out perfectly that this pen is dying. Just bring it up so y'all can see the detail. See, that looks like a tree, right? Let's work on our fairy door a little. I want the hinge to be gold and the little door knocker. There we go. This card is a labor of love. That's okay. Some cards are. We're back, Bethany. I could not leave y'all hanging. That just felt wrong on every level. You're like, well, thanks for hanging out with me. We didn't get anything done. We almost did. Like, that just seems so wrong. I could not do it. That little door is going right there. Okay. And it's going to have an adorable little fairy sitting right on top of it. That mint tape pulled off some of my ink. It's interesting. Wasn't expecting that. Oh my gosh, this is going to be so cute, you guys. It's going to be worth all the things, all the feelings. Okay, it's going to be worth it. Then all of this comes right over here. That's going right there. I can't help it, but this needs a stem. It doesn't have to be a die cut stem. It just make it out of paper. I mean, you make a die cut out of paper too, but you know what I mean. I can make a stem without a die cut. That's all I'm trying to say. Okay, move those little guys for now. Okay. We've got this. Scrap paper to the rescue. That should be enough. Yeah, I know, you guys. At least you know. I don't ever want to leave you hanging. Sometime I might have to, but I just told myself, not today. Not on this watch. Okay. Now, the question is do I darken the edges? Do I darken the edges? Maybe a little bit. Okay, I think I darkened the edges. And I'm going to use Scorched Timber if I can find it. It's been working overtime in my craft room. In fact, I had to order a re-inker for it. I wasn't sure if I was going to like it or it was going to be that big of a deal for me. So I just ordered the ink pad originally, but it has become like my favorite brown color. So I went on Ranger the other day and I ordered a re-inker and a bunch of other Scorched Timber things. I got the Distress ink and I got a spray and I got the embossing glaze. I don't think I really needed it there, but I think I'm going to put Scorched Timber where the brown is. And then I think I'll come in with Robin's Egg for the blue. Or maybe whatever's on my dirty blue brush. Yeah, that'll work. Put blue around the blue edges. Let's see what this looks like. I've never done this before. Okay, and then let's put green around the green edges. Little dab right there. And there. And there. All right. You know what I kind of want to do? Good morning, Miss Tina. I want to splatter. Okay, I like the darker edges. What do y'all think? I think, hear me out. I'm gonna go in a little deeper with my blue and my green. How's the ASMR of that? All right. A little more blue. A little more green. I want more green right there too. Okay, and then now I'm gonna hit the whole thing with Scorched Timber. And then we're gonna splatter. There's a certain level of drama I'm looking for. Let's see how that kicks up the drama. Yeah, that's nice. That's more dramatic. Guess I could have just done Scorched Timber around the whole thing the first time. But sometimes you got to work up to stuff. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. That's the ticket. Okay. Splatter. Oh. All right, have my splatter box. Check. Hi, Miss Bertha. This is part 2, Miss Bertha, of me trying to finish a card. I left everyone hanging in part 1 and I couldn't take it, so I had to come back for part 2. We're going to use Kuretake Silver Mica and gold, because a girl shouldn't have to choose between the two if she doesn't want to. We're going to have both. And I want some chunky splatter. I'm thinking about trying this brush. Let's test it first. Ooh, I need to mix these. Let's double time it. More efficient. They are inks, Jay, and they are magic. Absolute magic in a bottle. It's hard for me to capture on camera exactly how metallic this gold is, but it is the bomb. And then that's silver. I'm gonna dip my brush. My brush is already dry and she's so chunky. And she's very thirsty. So I'm gonna dip her in water. Okay, and let's just try this. I want to see how big my splatters are, because I kind of want big splatters, like not little bitty. Yep, I want splatters like that. Nothing little about it. Big, chunky splatters. Nice. Hey, let's not waste this. There's a lot on here. We'll save this for another time. See if I can turn it. I can't show you the metallic, how amazing it really is. It's hard to capture on film. But it's magically delicious and not edible at the same time. Okie dokie. Yeah, I didn't even change the thumbnail for my first video. So that might be confusing for people. It's going to look like I'm live in 2 places. I just jumped right on. It's like, I'm going to make this card. Okay, and now we're going to hit this with some silver. I'm not going to let that bird bother us because the child is already at school. Okay. And now, this will be fun to play with later. A half gold, half silver piece of paper. That should be interesting. Alrighty. And just big, huge splatters. I think we're getting there. There is one more thing I'm thinking about. And it's because when I went to pull this box out, this box is where I used to do a lot of my gold leafing in that box. So it made me think of gold leafing. And I am thinking about putting some gold leafing on here now, but let's dry this watercolor. Can't do anything until that's dry. Don't worry, I won't be on here, Dawn, when you and T go live. I'll be long gone, but I have to finish this card. We're almost there, you guys. This is like a 3-hour tour over here. Yeah, if I can't finish this card before you're live, Dawn, then I've got some serious problems. Diane, sweet dreams, dear. I'm not going to sing to you because I don't want you to have nightmares, but sweet, sweet dreams. Thanks for hanging out with us. It's going to take a little longer to dry this ink because I added water mainly and it's so thick. Oh my gosh, but it's just right. Especially having the gold and the silver. Let me see if I can turn it. You see that? Nice. Nice, nice. It would have been unfair if I did all this work without you. After sitting through all that miserable die cutting we did. You would have missed all this inky watercolor fun. That just didn't feel right. Hey, Delise, how are you? What are you confused about, Jennifer? Are you confused about... Hold on, let me get caught. Oh, Bertha, I'm so glad. I love that you share them with me on Instagram. I saw your 4 crosses. At first I was like, is that my Bertha? And then I figured it out, it was. Dawn is going to be live on Tracy's channel, Not Afraid of Color. I think they're going to be live today at 9 a.m. On Fridays, they do junk journaling. And now they're bringing in different friends to join them. I joined them one day, and I think Elizabeth's going to join them. But y'all don't have a guest this week, right, Dawn? It's just you and Tracy this week, I think. You guys, the magic, look at that. Oh my gosh, I love it. Just putting the super blast on this last holdout here and on this one because it's so thick. Master Blaster. Okay. I did make the bus run, Jennifer. So here's what happened. I was crafting this morning and it was a calamity and I didn't get my card done. And I said, don't worry, I'll post it on Instagram. I'll post it in the community feed. And then I came back and I said, no, I can do better than that. So I started another live and this is part 2. You guys, it's really hard to capture for you guys on camera what this looks like in person, but it definitely looks like a fairy forest to me. And now I believe we have come to the part where we glue some things down. And I'm real excited about it. Yeah, real excited about it. Let's do this. Okay, we can start with this because this is the easiest piece. Positions, everyone. There we go. Something in my brain was just like, you should splatter on top of this too, but I sometimes need to tell my brain to stop. Just stop, brain. You're not going to splatter everything. Thanks for adding a link, Dawn. Oh my gosh, you're watching from an ice rink parking lot. I love that. How fun. I was telling my coworker last night, we were talking after hours, and it's like, I'm supposed to go to a jazz show, but I'm going to have to not go so I can stay and work. They're like, take your work with you. It's like, that would be impossible. There is no way I could focus and do my job while watching a jazz band. Not happening. I'm cool with multitasking, but that is impossible. Okay. I haven't glued the bird yet because the bird might get popped up. I'm just going to ever so carefully move this over here. Oh, you're so tired. Oh, I hate that. Don't you hate that? Do you travel with your own pillow? I usually at least have to take my own pillow in case the bed is treacherous. Then at least I've got my own pillow and it can help. I kind of have like, I'm spoiled because I have a very comfortable, nice bed. And so when I travel, I'm like, Okay. I can't remember which bird I glued. I did not glue either of the birds. Okay. Oh gosh, you guys. I think my husband just went to get the recycling bin. He may not understand that I'm live. So we might hear some, oh, the mint tape takes up the ink and the watercolor a little bit. Might hear some recycling, some click and clack going on. Serves me right. Okay. I need to go and finish, you guys, the Kendra's card challenge hop. Everybody that giveaway hop, the video that I made, watch it, make a comment, enter to win. There's some amazing prizes. My voiceovers leave a lot to be desired. So I don't always get all the details in there, but you should definitely get in on that. I'm going to now pop a few pieces up, like this little bloom. Did he lock himself out? No, he's in. Okay. Hey, I'm live again. Sorry, just so you know. I didn't get to finish my card the first time. Good morning, Miss Carmina. Miss Carmina, this is part 2 of working on this card. There's another video I did this morning. That was part 1. Don't mind all the chimes, you guys. Okay. I think I want it like that. I'm going to glue this bird down. It's good to leave your options open, but oh gosh, I'm going to glue them down. I am Calamity Jane. Oh my gosh. Okay. When I was growing up, I thought Doris Day was one of the most beautiful women in the world. And Tina Turner. Okay. Ended up gluing both my birds down. Pretty much everything is glued down flat. I know what you're thinking, like, oh my gosh, she's finally done with the card, but I'm not. Sorry. Because I want to use my fine liner pens real quick, and I want to add some details. So these dies had some cool details in them, and I want to play with that a bit. So I'm going to bring in some colors. Of my fine liners. This one goes there. Okay, just making sure I've got. Okay, let's start with those 4 and see if we need any more. I'm not sure, because I think I'll use black as well. Now this is just extra detail. But I feel like I want it, so let's do it. So this pink, what I'm going to do is just color in the lines that are embossed from the die. And get a little extra. need the light shining on these just right so I can see them. The coral color, yeah. I tell you what, there's been 2 projects that I've needed coral for recently, and I realized I have zilch coral really in my collection. It's interesting because it is a really pretty color, and I always love it with teal. Okay, so there's that. It's not like a punchy in the face kind of detail. We're just adding a little fine line here and there. I think it's going to make these dies look more illustrated, kind of like our birds and our fairies and our fairy door. And I think it'll just make everything kind of come together. That's my hope. That's what we're going for here. Is to make these die cuts, parentheses, die cuts, right, look more illustrated. You may have liked it more before I started doing this. I may have liked it more before I started doing this, but we're fully invested now. It's happening. It's done. So we got to stick with it. See it to the end. I was talking to my same coworker he's going to be in a big art show here locally at the end of the month. I told him I would be there. I'd bring my whole crew. And he was talking about he's really hoping he has all of his paintings done because they're all in that awkward stage. I was like, oh, I know the awkward stage. You always know when you're in the awkward stage because you can feel it. It's not a secret. Okay, one more. I know it's been taking forever. Maybe I should frame it, Jennifer. Oh my gosh, it is a 5x7. That is the cool thing about being a 5x7 card maker is it's easy to find a frame. If you end up wanting to frame your work, you can. Okay, my brain is curious what this flower would look like with a few of the pink details in on it too. I don't even think it's going to show up here very much. But I'm going to be consistent. Hit that top flower too. I think to make me happy, I've got to go beyond the lines on this one and just add a whole bunch of lines. Yeah, that makes me happier. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. Through all of the steps, all of the things. Add a little more gold. This is the Magpie Special. All right. Have to be careful here. Be easy to overdo it. Just adding a little touch of gold here and there. Now this pen is very opaque, so it will cover up your stamped lines and everything. So I've got to be real gentle with it, or else I'll lose my detail. And I don't want to lose my detail. This Miss Tina is from the Dollar Tree. It's a Crafter's Square. I love their metallic markers. They have gold, silver, rose gold, and maybe copper. I think they have 4 colors, and I buy one. I buy them all the time because I love them. I think we got it, you guys. Oh, you're fine, Dawn. You're totally fine. What else? I mean, we're throwing everything at it, right? I'm just saying. We have kind of been throwing everything at it. I think I might put a few little flakes on it. Well, hi, Miss Susan. Miss Susan, you are catching part 2 of the baking of this card. It has been an experience today. And I'm pretty much done. I'm putting the very final touches, and everyone laughs, on this card. Just kind of draw on some details to put my gilding flakes into. Okay, now I have to go back and find all the places I put glue. I want to take care of these little bitty dots over here because they're going to dry so fast. I'm going to make sure I get some foil on them, or gilding flakes. Okay, here's some. Here's some. I know we have a lot of metallic on here already, but the gilding flakes just add a whole nother like texture to it. Blame it on the box. Yes, this is part 2, Shay. In part 1, we struggle with die cutting, and no one is surprised by that. And then we paint everything. Well, everything but the background, and fussy cut, and hang out. And then in part 2, I came back and we did the background together. And actually assembled the card. I felt like it was cruel and unusual punishment to start something and not finish it with you guys, especially when I felt like there was so much left to be done. So I'm heating the back of my card to dry the glue without blowing my gilding flakes all over the place. Just in case you're wondering what I'm doing right now, that's what I'm doing. I want to force that glue to dry. Yeah, Shay, I had to go make my daughter's lunch super fast and then take her to the bus stop and get her on the bus for school. And then I came back and I was like, I want to finish that card. And then I just couldn't help but include you guys in it. I'm going to rub gently. Some of this is more dry than other pieces, I can tell. I'm going to bring in a dry brush. This one might be too soft. She's delicate. She's too soft. Needs something a little stronger. Let's use this one. Oh yeah, that's a ticket. These are the little details, and you may think, like, why would she waste her time doing this? Because it's the little details to me that bring everything together. And I love the texture and the depth that these gilding flakes added to the card. I know we had a lot of metallic already, but they like took it to the next level in my opinion. And again, it might just be something that I can see in person and it's hard to capture on camera. But all these places where there's that really kind of pungent metallic punch is fabulous. And these will get everywhere, you guys. Prepare yourselves. They're worth it though. And you can put this back in and use it, but I'm not going to. I'm going to put it in the trash because I have plenty. Yeah, right, Sala. Why would she waste her time doing this? Because she wants to. Oh man, but yeah, that's awesome. Okay, we are finally there, my friends. We have made a card. It only took a lot of effort. This is one of those cards where like you only give it to someone who you know will keep it. This is not a card for a fair weather friend. They don't get these cards. They get the mass makes. Okay, we are actually going to turn this into a card though. And it's going to go on there. I'm going to use a combination. I don't think Desiree's here. She was here earlier. Bling is never wasted. Rachel, I love you. That is right. I don't think Desiree's here, but she uses this awesome Uline tape that's like 2 inches. I was getting my car serviced and getting my inspection sticker like a good little person would do. And they had a Uline catalog. I've gotten them before and I don't keep them. Anyway, so I was like, let me look at that tape. And she said it's pricey. Yeah, it's pricey. It's like $24 a roll. But it would be awesome. Okay. I think this is the thickest, or you know, like the whitest tape that I have. Oh boy, it's still stuck on my scissors. And it is 5/8 inch. I like it for jobs like this one. Because this is on watercolor, I just want to make sure it stays nice and flat. I'm also going to come in with my liquid cement. You let me still it. Oh, I'm good. But I love it. Bling is never wasted. That's right. Okay. Yeah. This card's going to make it. I felt like that could have gone better. I didn't get it exactly right, but it's okay. I have scissors. We're going to make it work. We're just going to trim off the little bit that was not lining up over there and the little bit that's not lining up here and call it a day. Not stress about it. I know it's not coming off the card base. So we'll make the card base bend itself to the card front. Oh, I love it. It was worth everything. It was worth all the calamity, the 2 lives. It was worth it all. And I'm glad I got to finish this card with you all. How many yards / meters on this roll? Psh, don't get me to lying, Susan. I have no idea. Does it say? No. I wrote 5/8 on it just so I know what size it is. That's what I do with these, by the way, is I write the size when I get it so that when I goes, if I want to reorder it, I know which one I need to reorder. So, but they don't, I don't know how many yards are come on it originally. It's a good question. I mean, I can measure it, but like now I don't have to measure 5/8. I just have to look in there and go, oh yeah, this was 5/8. I need to order another one. You guys, that was fun. I mean, it was a lot, but it was fun. And then these are going to go in here. And I'm going to stamp a fairy in there too. The scale is divine. Thank you, Jennifer. That's what when we started the video originally, that was the whole point of this, was scale. I wanted to play with the scale, and I had pulled these stamps aside for like, these have been sitting, guys, on my cart. I have a little crafty cart for like the last 2 months. And I've been wanting to make this card for that long. do y'all want to experiment? I have to be done here in a minute, but I've been cooking up this idea in my head, and we could try it. So even though this is going on white, I still want to fussy cut it out. We're nearly there now. How you doing, Miss Heidi Robbins? I got you and Jim's Easter card yesterday. It's so beautiful. I absolutely love it. There we go. Hi, Reagan. How you doing? Bye, Sella. Have an awesome day. Okay. Who's up for an adventure? I know. This card has been a whole adventure in itself, but hold on to your britches. We're going to try something. I've kind of been cooking it up in my head and I haven't tried it yet. Oh my gosh. Note to self, order vellum. I only have 2 sheets left. And this requires vellum. I probably should have measured. That's okay, that's okay. We'll be fine. I know, I need some vellum. I only have 2 sheets left. Okay, so less than 5 inches. So I got it. Let's do a quarter just to make my brain happy. So it's 4 3/4, but I'm gonna have the height pretty much be 7. I might have it. I'll go ahead and do 6 3/4 and 4 3/4. Okay, but look, I had already folded my paper in half. Okay, so really this measures 6 3/4 by 9 1/2, and you score at I wasn't measuring the 4 3/4. Okay, so I'm gonna write that down for myself because this is something I'm gonna want to revisit. So I'm gonna take my junk journal out. This one's Make Your Art, Break the Rules. That's me. Not really, but really. And this is a place where I take notes for you guys, for the channel, for paper pads, for stamp sets, whatever. I think this, hold on. I'm going to make myself a note. And this pen doesn't work. Okay. So what I want to do is, y'all know when you get like a nice card from Hallmark or wherever, and they have that inside flap. I've been trying to work out like ways to adhere the inside flap. And the other day I was thinking, because sometimes I just use like a little bit of glue, right on the seam. Or in the past, I'd also like glue down this side. It wouldn't be vellum, obviously, because you would see all of that. But I would glue down this side and only this side would move. But I was sitting and thinking the other day about this. And I was thinking, what if I use my awl and create a hole? Let's try it. I know, we worked on this card for hours and now I'm about to experiment with it. Seems risky. Aw, Shay. Just need a little inspiration. You know what I do for inspiration, Shay? When I'm in the funk, I'll tell you what I do. I go through my stash. There is nothing to me like going through my stash. I go through my stash and suddenly I want to make like 100 things because I love everything in it. And it's so motivating for me. Okay, so I cut this down and I poked a hole, just one hole. We're not doing a big stitching project here. This isn't a journal, although it could be, but it's not. So I poked a hole there. I want some gold thread. Like this. And then I want some pretty ribbon. Like this, a soft pink maybe. Okay. Maybe that's enough. We'll soon find out. Okay, so I'm gonna get this away from my card. I'm gonna take this. I don't know if this is gonna work. But I've been thinking about it and wanting to try it. And to be honest, this is probably my card, like I'll keep it. And I could totally turn it into a journal, but I want to keep it as a card. At least for now. All right, I'm going to thread this embroidery, this gold embroidery floss, if it'll let me. It's kind of wild. Okay. So I've got that hole there. I'm gonna take, let's see, where do I want to start and end? I'm gonna start on the outside because I want to end on the outside. Probably should have given myself more. Wait, no, that won't, wait. How does it need to work? I don't think that'll work. I think we have to start on the inside. Okay. Then I'm going to wrap it around this and go back through. So this ribbon right here is kind of going to be my anchor. To keep this other ribbon from pulling through. Oh, good golly. Whew. Okay, save the day on that one. Definitely want your string longer. Okay, going back through. Okay. We try to even this out a little bit. It's not easy to do. There we go. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm on to something. Okay, so now I'm gonna tie this. It's a little wonky, and a double knot, and then I'll tie it in a bow. Shucks, I think it's too wonky. I wanted to do it where you don't have a 3-hole pamphlet stitch, and then this be an outside bow like that. And then when you open, it's so pretty. And then when you open the card, you have this like vellum insert, but look at that. Let's try glue. I'm gonna have to keep working with this. This is a prototype. I'm gonna put the tiniest bit of glue here and here. And the only thing I want it to glue is the seam. But I think I'm on to something. It needs work. It's not perfect. And I know not every card would you want a big bow on the outside. I think we can work on that idea. But I do love those cards that have that insert in them. I think they're always so pretty. And see, then you could like stamp and emboss. And we're gonna add our irises in here. Like this. Now, if you're working with vellum, you have to be, you know, particular about your glues and all that stuff, but use a glue stick, and the glue stick doesn't show like this white glue is going to show. I'm not worried about it because I'm putting the iris on the back like this. But like if I wanted to put a fairy over here, let's say I cut and colored a fairy, then I could use a glue, cut her out and use a glue stick to glue her on, and it won't show so much. But the fairy could also be right up here. Okay, this is a concept that I'm gonna have to play with more, but I like it. I just like the idea. You wouldn't want to do it for every card, but some cards you might want to take it up a notch and add like a vellum insert into it. And we're gonna have to play with the idea of like, if you don't want to put a big bow on it. Oh, I just had an idea. Sorry, I promise. We're gonna be done soon, but I just had an idea. So I'm gonna play with this A2 real quick. I got to capture the moment to see if it'll work. Okay, I have this random piece of paper. Okay, so this is going to be our insert. We got to work through this. Thank you, Gwen. Okay, so we're going to poke a hole. All right. We're going to grab some more of that embroidery floss. Okay. You guys, this one's crazy. It doesn't want to stay together. I got it though. Okay. All right, so here's the idea. What if, let me get some paper. This has been selling like hotcakes lately. So let's use some of it. Let's use this side. Thank you guys so much, by the way. And I hope you like it. This is the page turner. So we're going to do 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. I'm going to make, this is a card front. I need a card front for this idea. Okay, so I have a card front. I have my insert sheet here. What if we put the stitch in? You know what? This still doesn't solve the wonkiness of it. All right. So that's another thing I'll have to troubleshoot later. But I'm going to put more embroidery floss there. And I'm going around the embroidery floss. Okay. So the embroidery floss here acts as a way to not pull our stuff through. I'm just going to tie this one in a knot because this is a prototype. Are y'all with me? Have I lost y'all? I'm sorry. But we got to see this idea through. We already learned from the first live today. We got to see it through. Okay. So I've got my knot. I didn't leave myself enough for a bow. That's fine. Okay. So we've got a knot there. What if you don't want a big bow on the outside of your card? Then I think what you do is take this embroidery floss we're inventing new things here, you guys. Y'all are here for an invention. That's the way I see it, even though somebody may have already figured all of this out and made a video about it 5 years ago. I have no idea, but I feel like I'm inventing something. So now that solves the problem of not wanting a big bow on the side of your card. Just use embroidery floss. Then we can glue this down. I'm not finishing a card. I am not making a second card. Bitty Penny, you are not making another card. You're ending this live. Okay, you guys, if I knew how to redirect, I would redirect you over to Not Afraid of Color. But I'm just going to tell you, I'm about to let you go, and Tracy and Dawn will be over there crafting. Oh, good. Thanks, Sonia. Look, now, I know that should be a bow, but now we have a way. This one wiggles, but not as much as that vellum. That's interesting too. I need to obviously play with this a whole lot more, but I think that's a really interesting way to add an insert to your cards and make them all fancy. You will have, depending on your embroidery floss, focus, camera, you will have that little like knot there, but it's not terribly obvious. You could do something cute, you know, like put ribbon like flat on there or paper or something. You know, like you could make it a part of your design, or you could just not let it bug you. Like to me, it's not even really that noticeable. I don't know. Oh, Miss Carmina, we'll be thinking of you. So that was fun. Okay, we did it. We actually made a card. We finished the card. This is part 2. If you want to see the full process, you'll have to go back and watch the first video as well. But this is, honestly, this is the fun stuff when it all comes together. I have some string on there that doesn't go. So this is the card that we actually made today. And I love the bow on it. But that's because I like big bows. And it has a ton of metallic. And, you know, as a 5x7 card maker, it's exciting to find these little things that I can then turn into a full scene. And then this one is just purely prototype for our insert. I don't know, maybe gluing it in is the best way. But I wanted to try stitching. And this isn't bad. This definitely isn't bad. And our glue stuck over here. So see, our glue, it's glued in here and here, which means it's not wiggling. And it's vellum, so it's nice. A nice insight for this card. Thank you for hanging out with me. I am so sorry it took 2 lives and it took so long. I'm heading out. I will be live again on Sunday for Kendra's Card Challenge. I'll have a whole post about it in my community so you know. And I'll try to set the video up early so you can set a reminder if you want to hang out with me. I'm going to make 3 cards in 30 minutes, and it's a hop, and everybody on the hop is going to make 3 cards in 30 minutes. It's going to be so fun. And they're all going to be live. So love you guys so much. Really, this time I'm going. I will see you later, and have a beautiful weekend, and hopefully I'll see you on Sunday. Bye, everyone. Go buy vellum. Thanks, Reagan.